I think you will be seeing a lot of me every single day. I think the most special schools are the ones where every adult knows every student's name, they know every family member's name. I really value those moments where I have conversations with parents one-on-one, where they give me a life update, they tell me some good news. It just builds the sense of community, like a village, and it's what makes the job. Like that's the most special part of being a school leader, being able to build those connections.
For those of you, right, that may be just joining us for this video and missed the previous one, this is Delisa Morales. She is joining us as our new elementary academic director. And so, Delisa, take a couple of seconds, right? Introduce yourself to the families and let them know a little bit more about you.
Yeah, hi families. My name is Delisa Morales, and I have spent over 15 years working with public charter schools in different capacities. So I've served as a teacher, as an assistant principal, and a principal. And most recently, I have worked with the Texas Public Charter School Association. And in this role, I've had the privilege of observing and being on campuses for so many different schools across South Texas. So little charters, big charters, traditional ISDs. And the school district that spoke most to me, the charter that spoke most to me, was Inspire Academies. And I always knew that being a principal was in my heart of hearts. And so when I decided to go back into the seat, I knew that there was only one place I wanted to do it, and it was here.
As a parent, right, what can I expect trusting you with my kid on a day in, day out basis? What is it that we're going to be getting with Miss Morales, and what can we expect?
Yeah, and trust is the number one component of having a strong relationship between admin and the community and parents. I'm the mom of a 14-year-old girl and a 3-year-old girl. And so having that trust with my daughter's schools is so important. And if I think of what I want for my girls, I want them to go to a school where they feel loved and seen and heard, that they will be walking into a building and the school leader will be so happy to see them, greet them, and just make sure that they're doing okay. Our school is small enough. We really believe in those smaller class sizes so that we're able to get to know students on an individual basis.
Yeah.
And so I would say for parents out there, you can expect your child to be loved and cared for, because we believe in making kids great. We believe in creating an environment where there's joy and belonging. And so that has to start from the adults in the building. Having our families be involved on our campus as much as possible through our different celebration days. I think being part of the joy, as a parent, I would get sent home cool pictures and cool things that my kid made, but I would have loved to have been there or gone to an event where she was able to showcase that. And I think Anne Frank does a really good job at that. And just lots of love on what makes a kid them.
Yeah.
So that individualized attention where we can find what is special about your kid and really, really bring that to light. I think our school campus is a truly safe environment where we can do that. And so I'm quirky, you're quirky.
Some might call it that.
And we're able to be ourselves.
Right.
And because of that, we're able to be our best selves. And so we want that for our students as well.
So one of the things that we're most excited about, right, is we just believe inquiry is that natural curiosity of learning, right? Your brain is naturally curious. And so, right, it doesn't stop as a student whenever you graduate from high school or you graduate from college, right? We're learners all the time. So knowing that, what is it that you're most excited about learning here in Inspire Academies and Anne Frank?
I would say I'm most excited to learn how our inquiry-based model translates into the classroom, especially looking at those essential questions. It's such a different type of learning that's taking place here in comparison to traditional ISDs and traditional charters. And so for me to become the strongest instructional leader that I can be, I really want to dive into that. It's important to me that I'm modeling for staff that it's okay not to know everything as long as you have a growth mindset and you're willing to do the hard work to get better.
Right. So how do you plan on supporting your staff as they learn how to manage this space, how they learn how to manage our instructional time?
Well, just as I trust our students and our admin, I trust our teachers completely. I believe that they show tremendous growth mindset and a willingness to be themselves and to bring that into the classroom. And so the different lessons that they put on, very, very impressive and very, very strong to help them get even better through instructional coaching. That can look like intentional use of PLC time, in class observations where I provide real time feedback, debriefing how a lesson went.
Mhm.
There's so many parts of the coaching cycle that we can dive into where teachers will still feel respected and honored, but I will be able to support them getting to that next level. Because at the end of the day, we want to ensure that our students are learning as much
Right.
as possible. Parents, your kid is your kid. They have their areas of strength, areas of growth. We all have them. It's what makes us special and different. And as long as you're committed, like I said, to
Mhm.
learning and growing, we will help your kid get there. I think it does take a partnership, a team effort to
Yeah.
get there. But ultimately, we want what's best for kids. And so we're going to be pushing them to be their best selves.
So you say you've been out of the campus space, but you've been traveling the state, right? You've been
Mm-hmm.
traveling the state looking at other campuses,
Mm-hmm.
right? What about Anne Frank, right, really spoke to you to bring you back to, hey, this is where I want to go back and be a principal at or an academic director at?
Yes. So I was invited to a school tour
Hmm.
by one of your board members,
Yeah.
and I was just blown away at the level of rigor and true inquiry
Hmm.
in every single space. Because a lot of schools will say they believe in inquiry and pushing rigorous, open ended questions. But every single room I went into, you saw that. And every student had his or her own path. And so one student might be here working on this, while another student was over there working on this. And it was organized and it felt purposeful. What also impressed me was the level of respect that the students showed for each other and for the spaces and for the grown-ups in the building. I felt calm. I felt the love. I felt like I knew a school like this could exist. And I was like finally observing it. Like and we talked. I was like, I knew this could happen. I knew this was
Yeah, it's
real.
funny, right? You use the word calm, and a lot of people use the word chaos, right? And we say we're not afraid of the chaos because inside of the chaos comes a calmness of knowing what to expect and how do I show up and how do I develop myself and how do I develop an understanding for self, right? And guys, as y'all can tell, the work here never stops, right? We're excited to have Delisa join us, and we're excited to be a place where we can create for your kid to belong, find joy, and be great.